Hi everyone. My name is Keeley. I am the CEO and co-owner of Cuddlist. And lovely Michelle Renee, would you like to introduce yourself as well?
Sure. I am the director of training for Cuddlist, and
And
we've been here for a while, the two of us.
we've been around Cuddlist since its inception, and I'm really excited about the new directions that this company is going, with us sort of along with our new team at the helm and with the exciting things that we're rolling out. And in this particular video, what I want to give a sneak peek at to people who might not know what all has been morphing and changing is what Cuddlist membership is giving people, the kind of magic sauce inside why this membership service is helping people create sustainable practices, helping people get more business, more connections and networking, and growing their entrepreneurship through the specific kinds of support that this industry is uniquely demands. It is a whole different ballgame than any of the resources that are existing out there. Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite or a thing that you want to highlight that is either new or really robust about the membership for
Yeah,
Cuddlist?
I think it's always been this. I've been in membership since 2015, as have you, Keeley.
Mhm.
It's always been the access that I have to other practitioners in Club Cuddlist,
Yeah.
right? To be able to go in and pose a question or interact with each other in our shared experiences. And I've been extra connected to the community because of different positions I've held, but to know that if I can be anywhere and I can look for support from other cuddlists, it feels it's very intimate and needed. This is a lonely job if you don't have community. And I love that. That's my favorite thing about membership.
The demands of this job are very unique. And it can feel very much like an island. It can feel very isolating. And it can feel really like you're doing it wrong, even sometimes, if you have a peer group or a colleague group that isn't doing the same modality. I would still consider therapists, talk therapists, massage therapists, energy workers. I would consider lots of people my colleagues, right? And they don't have all the same stories or the same experiences or the same challenges that they're navigating. And it can be easy for some of those doubts to creep in of like, am I doing it wrong? Is this just a me thing? When you don't have people doing the same modality, sharing their experiences and like, oh yeah, I've also navigated that. And here's the solution that I found. Because we are a fledgling industry, we are a burgeoning industry, but we're still new. And having that community, just like you said, resonates so much with me as well. Of it makes me feel like I am doing it right. Like I am tackling things exactly at the right pace and navigating and discovering about my practice at the exact right pace because so many other of my peers are navigating similar parallel echoed experiences. It's very validating and it's reassuring and it helps me sustain and not feel so alone. I will
Yeah.
also say, in very parallel or tandem to that, the Cuddlist supervision calls. It is a practice that we've always in Cuddlist since we've been in pointed to or enjoyed the idea of, but in like the talk therapy community, supervision calls are so robust and required because what they do is they offer access to mentorship. Mentorship is huge, and they offer access to seasoned professionals who've been doing this at the very least a little bit longer than you, right? Like they have so many of the answers that you might be seeking. And they can be a really quality sounding board. They can be a place where you're getting some of the emotional processing time that you need as you're navigating different situations, not just advice on how to navigate client issues. And that robust practice that Cuddlist has risen to and created more of with the supervision, intentional supervision calls within the membership community, I'm seeing people's practices transform. I'm
Well,
seeing the people who, go ahead.
yeah, it's one thing to post to a group and limit yourself by whatever that post has, but to show up on a call that is live and you can actually dive deeper into maybe some of the same questions and have a much more nuanced conversation that you could have over social media or a thread of conversation. Okay,
And the
excellent.
supervisors that we choose, I'm one of them, and several other people are chosen because of the multidisciplinary training that they've had. They're not just Cuddlists, although that is a robust and full community and full modality in and of itself. But these people have so much different disciplines, so much training under their belt. And that's why they're chosen for this position, because they might bring a modality, or they might bring a technique, or they might bring a learning or an awareness from something that will deepen your practice and add so much value to it, because you're getting this huge wealth of knowledge. One of our other supervisors, Anna Joy, trained in somatic experiencing, SE practices, trained in the SSP, the Safe and Sound Protocol, trained in Betty Martin wheel consent work. I'm also trained in Betty Martin wheel consent work. I'm trained in EFT and tapping. I'm trained in memory reconsolidation, matrix reimprinting. There's such I'm trained in IFS, internal family systems, these concepts that can be added to that are just above and beyond the learnings. So I find them so rich, and even the techniques that are held in the supervision calls to be so rich.
Yeah. And then what about our profiles?
Yeah, getting out there and having your own website is certainly like a key to being an entrepreneur, right? You're managing your own business, and we are always as clear as we possibly can be that Cuddlist is not an employer, right? For all of our practitioners, we are a resource bank, and we are a educational platform, right? So the subscription and the membership service is providing entrepreneurs with resources, not employees, right? And so running your own business, it's a whole robust and sometimes daunting thing anyway, because if we're, a therapeutic business, the business side of it might not always be our strong suit. But having the Cuddlist profile, having a place where even linking to it from your own personal website and your own personal advertising, it's adding that stamp of and I have a complicated relationship with this, but that stamp of legitimacy, that stamp of weight, that I've got this whole community and this whole philosophy and this ethos and ethics system supporting me and behind me, and people have an easy access to book with me. They know my profile is right there. I can link my videos. It is clearly discernible, and someone can look in their area and find the right fit. Instead of being, again, instead of being that island, it's that community. Who is in their area? It gives that access point, that really great access point. And then maybe it's a jumping off point from Cuddlist to their own personal website, whatever it is, whatever the direction is. It is the more access points people have to you, the more you are able to share that gift, that practice with the world.
Yeah, I've had multiple clients say, like, I knew I had to work with you because I kept seeing you everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's
Mm-hmm.
just one more spot that I show up.
Mm-hmm.
And all
Absolutely.
of my work is so relational based, and Cuddlist is definitely relational based. So it ties together really well to have that profile.
I've had a couple people, and this is just a very vulnerable share, say, like, I was worried this could be a scam. But because I saw you on this website, in addition to your own personal one, in addition to other things that I've seen you out in, it was reassuring. Oh, this she's a part of a community. She's a practitioner. These practitioners have gotten training, and that was really reassuring to them, because when things are new, people are understandably and honestly, advisably incredulous about it, and are curious about it, and want to know a little bit more. And this helps with that reassurance piece. And then, of course, we've got our in addition to our community, our supervision calls, our customer service that's available to our members. We also have some additional, like, resources. We have templates, like email templates, just for getting your business up and running. We've got worksheets and workbooks on, like, how do you do some advertising? How do you make or create these assets that are part of the businessy part of it, not just part of the one-on-one client work. And so we try to give people as much resource around that as possible, and give them the legs up that they need, especially if that's not their, a natural forte. Not everyone who comes and becomes a cuddle therapist took any business classes. I sure didn't. And so the hard-earned knowledge and the hard-earned resources over years of building them are such a shortcut. and they're unique. They're unique to our industry. You know, we've adapted, we've had to take from massage therapy these templates and resources, and from therapy, from talk therapy, from all these different places, and then adjust and adapt them. And all of that seeking and collecting and then editing, all of that is done for you. So you just like, oh, here's the thing that's custom to me. It's huge.
And we have a brand that when it's talked about, it's a nationwide or international brand. So no matter who's in the room, I can talk to somebody and they may not be in San Diego where I am.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're in Chicago and then they go to the website and they see Keeley there and they see all of our other Chicago cuddlists there. Like
Mm-hmm.
we're talking, Keeley and I end up on big stages sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so being connected to a brand that has a good reputation helps you even if you're not on the stage,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. All of this to say that what we want, what Cuddlist at our core, and it's people. It's really, it's not this like entity that is a business. It's Michelle, it's me, it's a few other folks who all have the same ethos and all want the same thing. And that the core of that thing is that we know how powerful this work is. We know how much it changes the world. That sounds like hyperbole, that sounds like flowery language. It's not. This work changes the world, and the more resourced and supported the people who are doing this work are, the more it can change the world. We are only two people. Our little small group of colleagues are only a few people, and we can't do it on the scale that it needs to happen, on the scale that the world deserves it to happen, because of the kindness, the love, the care, the healing that is injected into the world when this is prevalent, when this kind of modality is practiced. And so at its core, it's how can we make this thing so sustainable? How can we make the people who are doing this feel the most supported? And we're always striving to improve that. So I'm excited about all the things that Cuddlist has changed and shifted and improved, and there's so much more to come. So I hope you all stay tuned. Anything else, Michelle? Anything else
No,
exciting?
I'm just so happy we're here. Like we've been at this for a long time. We've figured out so much stuff and it's so great to pass it forward.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Absolutely. Thank you for watching. And as always, you can email us if you have any questions or concerns or curiosities at info@Cuddlist or help@Cuddlist.com. And Cuddlist.podio.com is a great place to look at all the trainings that we offer. And once you get through the trainings, you can join the membership or come back to the membership if you've been out of the game for a little while and want to come back to what all new things that we have in store for everybody. So thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for being here.